So VW and BP have announced that they will be partnering to install 8,000 of VW's FlexPole chargers across Germany and the UK by the end of 2024. The first 4,000 FlexPole chargers started being deployed last week. Now, each FlexPole charger has 2 connectors and can charge up to 150 kilowatts.
They will be rolled out at Arl and BP gas stations. And you said 8,000 chargers, though.
Yeah, in this press release, BP and VW said that they would be installing as many as 4,000 more by the end of 2024. So it's one of those things that they do a lot in press releases where they say a number and then they add another number that they might do, and then they add the 2 numbers together and that becomes the headline.
Hey, Mom, I cleaned my room. Oh, wow, that's great, Jesse. Yeah, I cleaned my bedside table, and in the next few weeks, I could be cleaning as much as half of the rest of it.
Right.
You know, and you're going like, I don't think that that's cleaning your room. No, it is. That's my press release. So I just want to compare these chargers to Tesla for a second. Okay. According to the latest data from Tesla's Q1 shareholder deck, Tesla installed about 720 supercharging points per month. That would equal about 25,000 points by the end of 2024. Mm-hmm. Now, FlexPole does have 2 charging connectors each, so that would be about 16,000 by the end of 2024. So that's not even close.
True.
Now, the FlexPole charger uses E-on battery storage to make it less strain on the grid to install these chargers, and that's cool. But I want to point out that these chargers only charge at speeds up to 150 kilowatts. That's equivalent to Tesla's first-gen superchargers. Most of Tesla's superchargers can charge now at speeds of 250 kilowatts.
Right, and I have lots of questions about the FlexPole charger that I couldn't find answers on. Number one, if 2 cars are charging simultaneously, does the charging speed drop? I'm guessing it does. Number 2, how much battery storage do they have, and how long does it take to recharge those batteries so that the next car that pulls in can charge up? What I mean is, like, yes, it's trickle charging that battery from the grid, which is nice because you're not putting too much of a strain. But if car after car pull in, are they even going to be able to charge? Number 3, how many FlexPole chargers will they typically be installing at each location? Because most of us know that like 1 charge point or 2 or 3 are generally not enough to be trusted charging locations, because if one gets iced or one is broken. And I get why VW is doing this. They need more chargers for their growing EV fleet, and they don't want to bear all the costs.
And BP is smart to build these at their existing gas stations because customers will shop at their convenience stores.
Plus, BP says that they have, quote, set out an ambition to be a net zero company by 2050.
All right. They got 28 years. You know, I've been alive for about 28 years. I think
none of their executives will be alive in 28 years probably, or be with the company. So they don't care. Look, that's a bunch of greenwashing bullshit that companies put out when they know they're not going to get there. You are not putting out a goal of 2050 for anything you really want to do.
Could you imagine if you went to your boss and you said, hey, boss, by 2050, I am going to do, you could say anything, right? Because as soon as you say by 2050, your boss goes, I don't care.
Right.
Neither of us are going to be working here.
Right.
By 2050,
right.
We're both going to be retired.
Right.
Yeah, look, I mean, because it's just going to be in Germany and the UK, if they install all of the chargers that they're saying, it's going to be pretty great. Because concentration-wise, that's better than Tesla's supercharger network, which is global.
Sure.
But I don't know.
If you can trust, but that's if they install more than 2 charging points at each location, because I just can't trust 2 charging points.
It's kind of like EVgo here in America. There are a lot of EVgo stations all over the place. Some of them are 50 kilowatts, so I understand this isn't a perfect apples to apples comparison, but most of the time they're broken.
Right.
And maybe it's not most of the time, maybe it's just 10% of the time. 10% of the time is most of the time. Right. You have to understand from a charging perspective. You can't just pull up to a place and be like, oh, I can't charge here.
I'm screwed
because I drove here to charge. I probably went 15 miles out of my way to get here, ran out of battery juice. Now I need to charge, and now I can't charge. That's useless.
I have a solution that we're going to talk about on the Patreon bonus story.
Okay.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.